Hello YouTube, it's Prince here, I'm back, and I want to talk to you about a residency I just did in Key West, Florida. This past December and January, I did a writing residency in Key West, Florida. Oh! Oh! I look really tired. You ain't so cute anymore, you're still cute. With studios of Key West. And first, I want to break down what a writing or an artist residency is. An artist residency is typically unregulated space for an artist to stay in a house somewhere that's away from the busyness of society in the world, and it's just unregulated time for you to work on your art. Most residencies don't cost money, but you do have to apply, and there's usually an application fee. A lot of residencies offer you lodging, food, some even offer a stipend. But then there's the other category of artist residencies that are paid, like you have to pay to go there, which I think is weird. I'm never gonna do any of those. And I am 26, and so far I have done, well, I've done 2 residencies, but I've been accepted into 5, but also, it's a pandemic year, so your boy is waiting. To give you an idea of some of the residencies that are out there, there are residencies that are really accessible and are really just meant for emerging and younger writers, and there are residencies that are more prestigious and more for acclaimed writers like McDowell or Yaddo or Breadloaf. I'll link some of those residencies in the description below, just so if you want to check out some residency lists, maybe consider applying to some yourself if you have a project that you're working on. You can. As for the residency I did before this, it was Sangam House in Bangalore, India. I've never been to India. I've always wanted to go, and it was a month of hanging out in Bangalore. In November 2019, I got to live in this beautiful house. I got to go to wedding parties that were at the house next door. I got to do readings. I got to meet other artists in another part of the world, and now I have friends from that residency that I still talk to, that I still keep up with. We even did a video chat when I was at the Florida residency. It was Studios of Key West. This residency typically takes about 3 artists a month, every month out of the year, and if you are accepted once in this residency, you can apply again 2 years into the future, so I might actually apply again. But I just kind of want to give you a few takeaways that I got from this residency in particular. It was a pandemic, so I was inside a lot, but luckily, since it was Key West, it was warm. I was actually able to, sometimes when I would be tired of writing, I would just go on a walk, and I'd go to the water, and I'd sit by the water. Going from Ohio in December to Key West, Florida, it helped me just realize how much movement and even just changing your location a little bit can be really, really good. It's Christmas Eve. Warm, it's beautiful, it's amazing outside. I'm an extrovert. I have no way to make friends here. I don't, I think I need to go outside a little bit today. But today I've already written like 700 or 800 words. So when I meant I needed somewhere quiet to hang out, I didn't really think a cemetery. That's where I am. So what I thought was an exit is not an exit. If you're writing and you have writer's block, sometimes you just need to put on some music and dance, or literally just go outside and go on a walk. And if you can't go outside, it's a little bit more difficult. Another thing that I got from this residency was not necessarily holding myself to these high, hyper-productive standards. So when I started this residency, I made like a to-do list, which I always kind of do. I did it at my India residency. And I just made a list of creative projects that I kind of wanted to work on. But I knew I wanted to maybe edit a feature-length film script that I wrote last year, work on my newsletter. I wanted to get through a good chunk of this new YA novel that I'm working on. And there were a few other things on there that oh yeah, and there are a few other projects that I wanted to finish. I won't mention those. Once I got to Key West, I just realized it's a pandemic. I'm here alone. It's such a strange mixture of experiences that I just kind of was like, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and if half of the time I'm here relaxing, so be it. So I really took seriously getting my work done and then just having time to drink, walk around, go to the beach, kind of just do random things. Say hi to my cat back there. His name is Dookie. Being able to just go there and not hold myself to these extremely high productive standards really allowed me to have the room to really concentrate on the projects that I did do. So, oh my God. Now you try to run. Now he's trying to run. Not trying to multitask so much actually gave me the room to dive into the novel that I'm working on. So I would write 1 or 2 scenes a day and kind of leave the rest of the day to kind of maybe plot or just think about it, ruminate on it. And walking, you kind of think a lot. Another big takeaway on this trip was connecting to my inner child. I told myself at the beginning of this residency that I would basically make art as messily as possible. So that involved waking up whenever I wanted, eating whatever I wanted, watching whatever films I wanted, being sappy when I wanted to be sappy, watching a romantic film when I wanted to be romantic, trying to understand the themes and the elements that I was writing. And I think since I was writing about a 17-year-old falling in love and confronting all these things, it was just, I really wanted to allow myself to be emotionally free and to also just have moments of joy and carefreeness. So I would dance a lot in the evenings or during the day in my room. I played the piano that I had in my room. There's a little tree house in our residency and I got to go there in the mornings and write a lot. And so I think just like not taking myself too seriously was also just a really fun and beautiful experience. So I'm remembering now that sometimes you just need to take a writing break and listen to music and dance around or do something weird, because why not? And the last thing I will kind of give you, I did a residency reading, which was just basically me going on Instagram Live and talking about my book and sharing 2 excerpts. I like doing this because I think the pandemic has shown us how important DIY media and caregiving and space giving is. And I think artists have there's a lot of opportunities if you are privileged enough to have internet and a cell phone and a camera. I shared 2 excerpts from my novel that I'm still working on right now. I asked people throughout the week prior to the reading online to send me questions, and I did a short Q&A after. And this was a really beautiful experience because I've never really done anything like this on my own. It was good to just share work that's fresh, that you're kind of proud of, that you're excited about. And answering questions about your creative practice, I think, is just really good to put you in the headspace of being able to talk about your work and what you do and why you do it. So that was basically my whole residency. I was there from December 16th to January 14th. Please check out the studios of Key West. I highly recommend any artists out there that are just grinding and you're working hard and you have stuff stowed away, like projects, dust those off and kind of look at different residencies online and really just make a list of things that you might want to apply to this year and work towards that list, because once you start applying to a few, you'll have your resume down, you'll have your artist statement down, you'll have a lot of the materials ready that you'll need for most fellowship applications, residency applications. Please comment down below if you've done any artist residencies, any questions that you might have about residencies, because I can easily go through the comments and just kind of respond or share any resources that I know of. And I'll put a few links down in the description to just kind of guide you along the way if you're interested in learning more. But yeah, that's my story about the time I did a artist residency in Key West.